How's it going, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to Mindful Monday. If you're new to my channel, I'm kicking off a new summer series. Mindful Monday will bounce between that and Music Monday. I'm going to alternate weeks, or whenever I feel like doing music, I'll switch it up. But mindful messages are things that I'm just putting in your brain to ponder, and things that can help you. And today I want to talk about divides. This world is so divided, but I can't focus on every divide in 10 minutes. So I can only talk about my country, which is the United States. But just because I'm talking about my country doesn't mean other countries aren't struggling with the same things, and you might, relate in some way. But everything, and I want to bring this up because I'm not a liberal, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. You could call me New Order, but I'm not fucking a Scientologist. I'm not in any organized religion. I just know that this system does not work, and it's not going to work in the future. Whether we rebuild it from the inside or we start something else, I'm not for or against either. I'm just saying the system that we have in our country is failing everybody. And I don't think that anybody who came into this presidency would be able to not be eating a shit sandwich, if you feel me. There's just so much damage done to everything that we have built over the very young country that we are. And as a country, because we're so young, we have a lot to learn, whereas Europe and other countries have already kind of figured this out over the ages and have evolved. And America's just in this growing phase, and I get very frustrated with our country, and I know you do too. But at the end of the day, if we all move out of our home, if we all stop fighting for our country, then what was this all for? I think as people, we're forgetting that this is our country, and although we feel like we have no power, we actually do. We are the voice that they would have to listen to. If the people of this country united, if we were able to figure it out and come to a compromise where everybody is on board with certain phases of things, because change takes a lot of time. If we would work together so that everybody in each phase would get a right that they are seeking, or a law that needs to be in place, or a change to make things affordable. Like at the end, everybody gets what they want. But it's whether we can be patient with each other and help each other achieve the things that we all need in every bracket of society, from poor to wealthy. You know what I mean? I think we forget that how hard it is to implement change at all in this country in this day and age. Because we can't sit in a room and listen without emotional reaction. Before somebody is finished speaking, we're already thinking of what we're going to say to retort it, and we're not really listening to what the other person is saying. And everybody is guilty of that, whether you're conscious of it or not. It's programming that I am getting into. I feel, as a part of the 144,000, that we have been brainwashed to need conflict, chaos, to need to have someone to blame, the need to focus and hyper-focus on things that really don't affect our lives at all. Meanwhile, the things that really do affect our lives go unnoticed. We all talk about it, how there's tactics. We started out with news in this country where if you had to retort or retract what you said, you lost a shit ton of credibility and respect in your industry. And now you can just false news spew whatever you want. It's a smoke and mirrors for the real people who actually do run this country, who are not here for our best good. Do you understand that we are going to have to take our country back? Whether, like I said, we take our country back and stop insisting on this voting system, this way we elect, who can run it. Like, if we don't change that, it's just perpetuating a cycle, like we're all on a hamster wheel and we're not getting anywhere. Meanwhile, we're all being put in this divide. You're one side or the other, or if you're in the middle, you're weak because you can't make a decision, or you're passive, or you're progressive, or you're old-fashioned. It's like everybody needs titles. Everybody has to stick themselves in a bracket. Nobody's really free thinking. It's like they're getting on a bandwagon that they feel most represents themselves, and the bandwagon is getting bigger and bigger, and nobody really even knows in what direction our wagons are going or why we're on the wagon in the first place. Life does not have to be this hard. It doesn't have to be this stressful. We don't have to be so emotional by what other people do, say, or what we say or do. There's too much looking left and right and not looking in our own lane. The world is stuck in a low vibration. And I don't think it's completely humans' fault. I think there's masterminds that far outweigh what we could grasp that they would do to us, because we're not that fucking evil. But they are. Look at our country. Look at every country that's struggling. Somebody just walked by doing something, which I'm sure brings them zen, but it looks funny. But we were put here to exist and be who we are. We aren't put here to pick a job, to earn a paycheck, to buy a house. Like, this is so like 3D based bullshit. This is not what life is about. You should be doing something that you are so fucking passionate about that it drives you to get up. Like, I gotta go to sleep. Remember when you were a kid and you were excited about something, like, I don't want to go to sleep. Like, I'm gonna miss it if I go to sleep. Like, no, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. That's what you're supposed to do with your life. And this money system and trade and all this bullshit became a distraction. We were minimalistic people who once lived off of our passions, and we were free thinkers, and we didn't have a book to dictate to us, or a leader, or a TV show, or a podcast, or a fucking celebrity that you idolize to fucking tell you in what direction to go. Your direction was a part of your journey. Remember back in the day with native tribes, and they would send their 12-year-old men into the woods to become men, and they'd be gone for a whole fucking winter season by themselves on a self-fucking journey. Simplistic but hard. We all face our challenges, but it doesn't have to be this hard. Ask yourself, why are we being distracted? Why are we being pushed to fight each other? War is the money maker for this country. And what better way to make money in your own country by creating a civil one? I just think we need to dig deeper, and I need those free thinkers to start speaking about what their intuition or what their investigations are uncovering. We need to stop fighting each other and start talking and asking each other really logical questions and listen. We can all figure this out together, and then we can fight it together. But can together still exist? That's what you should be mindful about. Toodles.